What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we are here with the complete BERENICA guide here, guys, for the early to late game. We're gonna be going over the build that we have here for BERENICA and showing you guys how you want to be playing this character so that you get the most out of her. If you guys do enjoy videos like this, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we are on the road to that 5k subs on the channel. Recently hit that 4,500, guys, and I definitely do appreciate the support on the channel regardless. So with that out of the way, man, let's hop in and let's actually go over these skills of BERENICA first, guys, and we'll talk exactly what each skill is going to do, and then we'll go over to her demon wedges and we'll talk how we're actually going to be building this character. Now, starting off with her skill here, Faint Light, charges forward, dealing Umbro AoE damage 4 times along the path. Now, as you guys can see, the actual skill itself is going to cost about 14 with the build that I have, and then we do have skill damage and skill range for the actual radius and damage of the effect. Now, moving on to Nether Flames, switches the melee weapon to Ymir and casts one sword wave. When performing normal attack with Ymir, unleashes sword waves in the attacking direction and constantly consumes sanity, during which BERENICA is immune to hit stun when taking damage. Once sanity drops to 0 or the skill is used again, Ymir is sheathed. So that's pretty much how it works. It's pretty much like a, it's kind of like, I guess, Lynn's consonance weapon, but instead of shooting a gun, you have a melee with the Ymir. It's pretty much a sword. And then, yeah, moving on to her passive. When dealing damage with Faint Light or a sword, there's a chance to restore sanity for BERENICA. So yeah, that's going to be really nice as well. And then she does also have, after using Nether Flames, the next use of Faint Light will not consume sanity. And then, again, she has her combat AI. So yeah, BERENICA is a very simple character in terms of how she's kind of, working, guys. As you can kind of tell from her skills, they're pretty straightforward. Faint Light's just kind of an AoE, and then she has Ymir, which is going to drain sanity and do a bunch of damage on the ult. So in terms of the actual build that we're rocking in today's video, we have Prime Morale, which is going to be giving us the 18% morale, attack, defense, and HP. We have the Arbiter's Illusionary Sacrifice, which is skill damage, and then when a Umbro character consumes sanity, they gain 1 stack that increases weapon critical chance by 5.4% for 15 seconds up to 15 stack. Now, the thing is with BERENICA, guys, she's not really like a crit character necessarily, so it's not that this is going to be that beneficial for her in general, but the skill damage 30% and the fact that you're getting a little bit of crit chance anyway is still pretty nice. Now, the next thing that I have here is Siren Wings Inspo. Now, if you do not have the gold rarity version, guys, you can still feel free to run the blue version, and that one will still work. I guess it doesn't let me put it on because I have a what's it called, like a track slot right there. But yeah, no, pretty much you can use the blue one. The blue one is fairly similar here. 30% max sanity, 12% skill efficiency. The gold one that I have at 4 dupes is at 91% max sanity and then 29% skill efficiency. You can see that's a pretty crazy, mod to have on this build. Now, moving on, we got Griffin's Nihility, which is going to be Umbro attack, skill damage, and skill range. All things that is going to be pretty beneficial for a character like BERENICA. Now, you could run the Griffin's, I think it's the Wildfire one, right? Yeah, you can run Wildfire instead. This one is going to be a little bit different because it's doing instead of, oh no, wait, yeah, no, so this one right here is going to be the duration one. Yeah, so the Midnight Sun, that's the one I was also going to mention. You can run this one if you want as well, guys. It has skill duration, or you can run the Midnight Sun one, or the the Wildfire one, which is going to net you the extra skill range. So it's up to you if you want to go with skill duration or skill range. I personally like to go with probably skill range just because the AoE on the ultimate will be bigger. But you could go duration just to kind of help alleviate the sanity drain as well, because it's skill efficiency and duration that do affect that. Now, moving on from that, guys, we do also have 4 Covenanter Scorch, which Scorch is just going to be 96% attack, so each of these mods do have that. Now, this last mod right here, the Blaze Morale, it would be a Scorch as well, but I can't fit it on the build right now, guys. So yeah, ideally you do want to have 4 Scorch at the very end instead of the Blaze Morale. That's going to be the way to go. And then for the middle mod right here, you do have the damage reduction one, which gives you a 50% chance to reduce damage taken by 20%, because you're always going to be in the air taking damage with BERENICA. So it's something where, if you're able to just kind of reduce the amount of damage you take, that's going to be pretty good as well. Now, moving on to the continence weapon for BERENICA here, guys, with Ymir. We do have the first one being the attack percent mod. We do also have the attack speed mod. Then we have the trigger probability mod, and then we have the slash attack mod. So yeah, pretty straightforward. You're going for a bunch of attack speed, trigger probability, slash attack, and just attack percent general damage, right? You can see here that the crit chance and the crit damage for this weapon is not really that insane, so that means we don't really have to spec towards, you know, crit in general. You're definitely going towards more of the actual like attack itself. Let's move on now to the other weapons that we have here, guys. So the Reminiscence is going to be her main best in slot sword. Now the reason why this weapon's so good is because landing a crit with this weapon has a 33% chance to restore 3 sanity and can trigger once every 0.5 seconds. Now the reason why that's so good is because of the fact that when you are running this character, remember she also has her skill that actually does provide you with extra energy as well. After using Nether Flames, next use a Faint Blade will not consume sanity, and then when dealing damage with Faint Blade or a sword, there's a chance to restore sanity as well. You can see she's pretty much going to be restoring up to 5 sanity every single time, and again guys, this is something you actually can level up. Now I'm not too sure if that does actually increase the amount of sanity recovery, but it is something that you can do. Probably does increase the effect trigger probability of doing it, but yeah, it is very, very good. And so yeah, running this weapon, because you have to crit, I mean, to actually get the effects, you run a bunch of crit mods. So I have my Cerberus Impetus for 54% crit chance, and then the Cerberus Focus, which is 100% crit chance, and then obviously you can stack up some critical damage mods here too. I just personally run it for the actual like energy gain anyway, but it's up to you guys how you want to be going about that. And then moving on to the range weapon here, guys, we have the Extra Duos, as this is going to be a 24% skill damage stat stick, as it's going to be boosting Berenica's overall damage when you're using this character in a fight. So now that we've gone over all of that, guys, let's spawn in some enemies, and I'll show you guys exactly what Berenica is able to do against some level, we'll do level 80 of the Gorilla Filthoids, because she's a character that is going to be really good at enemies that are kind of smaller, because it's going to be a lot easier to kind of hit them. So alright, so now that we actually have the enemies here, I'm going to show you guys what her skills do. So her first skill is going to be the AoE. This is the Faint Light skill. As you can see, it does kind of a dash forward and then a bunch of damage like that. Now when you use the ultimate for Berenica here, it's going to put you into the mode where Ymir is going to start doing a bunch of damage like this, and as you guys can see, you're just going to start swinging the sword, and it's going to be doing a bunch of AoE damage to these Gorilla Filthoids, and it's going to be, you know, taking them out fairly well, you know, like this is not bad. Now again, this is without combat AI support, so about 20k a hit right there is not too bad at all, guys, but we could definitely get it to be a lot better for sure. And as you guys can see right here, now when I use the Reminiscence, you can see that we are actually gaining a bunch of sanity on the bottom right, and you guys can notice how fast that actually does increase. So this is a way where you're able to actually get your sanity back, and if you do use Faint Light as well, you will gain a lot of sanity back as well as you're using it. So you do have that option as well. So what I'll do now, guys, is I'll kill all the enemies. What I'll do now is we'll spawn in them again, and I'm actually going to put my combat AI. So we're going to do MC. So I'm going to spawn the MC in, and I'm also going to spawn Truffle and Filbert there. So we have both of them, just so we have, you know, MC for the weapon damage buff, and then we have Truffle and Filbert for the heals and the damage percent buff. Now you could also run to Beth instead of Truffle and Filbert if you feel like you don't need that much sustain, but you definitely do want to at least have one character for that sustain. Now another thing that I am going to do in the build as well, guys, is I'm actually going to swap the Continence weapon mod from trigger probability to probably just crit damage. Now the reason why we would actually be doing this is because of the fact that if you go to, yeah, so the MC, right, so if you go to the MC, if you guys watch my build guide on MC, she actually does provide a 100% increase to trigger probability for about 22 seconds on the ult. It's based on the ult pretty much. When she ults, you get 100% trigger probability, which means that Berenica is going to be guaranteed proccing a bonus effect. So now what we'll do, guys, we'll spawn in again the level 80 enemies, and I'm just going to show you guys what it's able to do with the combat AI support. So we're going to spawn in MC, and then we're also going to spawn in Truffle and Filbert as well. So we have both of them, and let's actually show you guys now what Berenica is able to do. So if you run up here, hopefully they go for their skills right there. So you got the ultimate as well, hopefully. MC, let's go for it, please and thank you. There we go. So now we do the Berenica ultimate, and now when we're actually swinging at these guys right here, you guys can see we are hitting a lot harder. So about 100k on the crits right there, as you guys can see. Look at the damage buff that you're able to get, man. You get about 100k crit. It's pretty crazy. That's obviously with all the bonuses from the damage buff you're getting from MC, and then also the fact that you were getting the you know, skill effect from the Truffle and Filbert, guys. So yeah, pretty nice, right? Like you actually are able to get fairly good damage here with Berenica, and so yeah, that's something that you're definitely going to want to do when running this character. And yeah, again, guys, you could run like to Beth instead of Truffle and Filbert if you feel like you don't need the sustain as much. Like if MC is giving you enough ultra shield where you're tanking, then you honestly could run to Beth, and that might even boost your damage even more as well. But yeah, that is pretty much that right there, guys. So what I'll do is I'll let you guys enjoy some gameplay here of Berenica in just kind of like a regular stage. And yeah, no, and you guys will see from the, you know, kind of gameplay there that she is a very capable character. Now, I don't know if she's gonna be the best Umbro DPS in the game. I still gotta test out Fantasio to really confirm that, but BERENICA feels like a very, very good character in general, and honestly, from my experience playtesting this character, she was able to do a bunch of really good AoE, and yeah, she just feels really good, man. You know, I was actually really enjoying this character's kit and what she's able to do in the game. I mean, she is just kind of, you know, able to hit very, very hard as well once you do gain all the buffs from some of your combat AI and the way you actually build the character. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about BERENICA in the comment section below. But that's going to be it, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.